Hello everyone, so finally we are into the match here after some delay. Well, here we go, straight into the pistol here, Vexed versus PiTER, best of 3, Cobbles the first map, Vexed starting on the CT side as you can see. waterfalLLZ there jumping around the corner with the Glock, going to get the job done with GruBy. So there's going to be an engagement on A-Long soon as well. There we go, Furlan's going to lose this one. Furlan, one of the players who was featured in Serbia at TWC.
Yeah, I think Vexed definitely have a pretty strong reputation at this point as a very dangerous team. I think that's the word I was looking for. A very dangerous team here, and things have come to a bit of a halt here. We got a player in connector, as we can see, waterfalLLZ there, and the bomb is over towards the A slope. But rallen's going to pick off one of the players, the supporting players, Jimka, for the bomber. Now that's going to be a very important play here as rallen. He just has to keep himself alive here, but there it is. The bomber's going to be coming up there. facecrack will take out rallen, but I think enough delay worked in here, giving Pete an opportunity for a duel. He's going to survive as well. Now can he hit the shot here? If he can take down facecrack, as that cross is not safe, then he can certainly win this round, or help to win this round for Vexed.
Well, 30 seconds on the clock here for the T's to continue pursuing. Bomb is finally going to get planted. Pete looking to take down the planter. Finally gets a connection there. That will be the last headshot of the round. As we see some team kills coming. So Vexed going to take the pistol. Good start on the CT side. The less favoured side here on Cobblestone. Cobblers!
Yeah, and just again with regarding Vexed, they did, to be honest, they did quite well at Major, despite not being able to progress all too far. They again are a very dangerous team. They're one of the teams that actually managed to qualify from the Stockholm pre-Cluj-Napoca qualifier, offline qualifier, and I'm quite looking forward to seeing more and more from this team. You know, they're showing that there are a lot of strong players in Poland. And they've got all the SMGs here to go for the defense. In comes the force spike after the bomb was planted. So interesting strategy coming from PiTER. And they've managed to do quite some damage here. The bomb is not on the bomb site though. So Hyper, he could actually shut this round down for PiTER.
Indeed, waterfalLLZ and co continuing to push towards B. They could have boosted the bomb back out of drop zone, but they're choosing to continue the aggression. Hyper going to go down. The PiTER players though heavily tagged. They're getting all the frags. Rallen with the MP9 though could clean this round up as well. So they're gonna, the T's are gonna have to get the headshots here, and indeed looks like they're gonna rotate the bomb away from the B bomb site because there is no way they're getting onto the B bomb site safely. In fact, and I think they were almost guaranteed to lose the round. Tech 9 and a UMP with combined 26 HP versus an MP9. I don't fancy your chances.
Yeah, but it looks like we've got Rallen making the correct choice. If he actually goes and commits through the doors, the angles he'll have, I think, will be very, very favourable. If he finds he just has to find the 2 1-on-1s, then he should just be able to win this round, unless there's like a freakishly amazing shot from one of the PiTER players. But Rallen's playing it safe though. He's very, very cautious. Doesn't know if they're going to go back to B or not, and he's going to peek out. And I think you'll see just a pixel of waterfalLLZ there, gives him the warning, but he gets dinked. So good job by waterfalLLZ there. And you see Rallen was very paranoid that it's going to be a plant on B, but in fact, as we can see, Debik is going to be able to plant on A, and Debik is going to be able to take a good position, but he's just as low as Rallen is. So there we go. The round will be won by PiTER. So force buying off of the bomb plant on the first round despite losing the first round. And it worked out, they managed to win, and now they'll create a situation where Vexed are forced to go for a force themselves.
Forced onto the force stand.
Yes, indeed. 4
AKs, waterfalLLZ going to be presumably the point man with the MP7, although there is one player headed elsewhere to the others. Maybe that is waterfalLLZ there looking for the information towards the B bomb site, and Vexed looking a bit aggressive there. Oh, they haven't hit the corners properly. Furlan's on a bit of damage there. Junka down to 1 HP as well, cleaning up now, and that will cause the rotation from the CTs. Also call the rotation for waterfalLLZ as well. We'll see if he can take down a rotator. Vexed is, sorry, Hyper is coming up behind him. There we go. A beak's gone down, so now things getting difficult for PiTER here. Again, Jimka down to 1 HP as PiTER close in on the A sites.
This is an interesting situation again. All these critically wounded players. Oh, very nice backstab from waterfalLLZ onto Pete there. It's going to be problematic now. GruBy's in a position where he could potentially save this. That's the first player down, facecrack. Now he's going to be fighting the very strong player, and he's going to go down as well. So just Ćwikliński left, but he's got the plant. So even if he loses this round, I think PiTER going to be throwing in this aggression once again. So can he hit the headshots? 2 players oncoming, looking for the double peek. So the AK, he will get taken out by GruBy. Good round from GruBy. Picks up 3 kills, and the defuse will come in for Vex. But again, PiTER, it's very likely. I mean, they're the only play here is to force buy. They did so much damage, and their loss bonus has been reset. So they should force buy here every time. I would say.
Are they going to do it? Indeed, they are.
Sorry,
They should do this every single time.
Oh god, Jones.
Every time, guys. Well, the buy has come out from PiTER. Again, looking to break that CT economy. Taking a bit of gamble, but obviously the gamble will pay off should they blow up the CT economy. It will give them a good situation for the long term of the first half. We'll see if the gamble pays off. They've got lots of flashbangs to come. Smoke execution is en route. We'll see how the CTs can hold against it. Look, checking the sneaky off angle. Hyper's going to go down straight away. Now you can see Pete traded, looking to join his teammates now, unable to stop the plant from coming in. So the rest of the CTs now will be on the other side of the smoke, which is soon to disappear.
It's pretty smart though from some of the Vex players, just like back away and let the T's plant. They're going to go for the retake now together, but they are losing members here against these Tech 9s. So Force Buy is looking quite effective, and the timer has been put on top of Vex to create that pressure. That bomb is getting closer and closer to exploding at this point. This Furlan is left alive. He is not long for this world. 2-2, and PiTER win the Force Buy. And well, I get, you know, Vex kind of in a position where they should force buy as well. The problem is that this time it's not going to be nearly as good as it was previously. Like last time they were able to actually force out an M4. Now the best that they have is scouts.
Alrighty then. It's always my favourite kind of game when we just see constant forces in the early rounds. Again, neither team with significant economy. So we're going to see a peek here from, well, an engagement from Furlan. Indeed, the peek is coming now. The shoulder peek, trying to bait some guns out. He thought nobody was there, looking away, and he's going to get taken down for free. And he'll have minimal information because he was looking the wrong way as well.
So push can come in quite quickly, quite rapidly, swiftly, expediently into the A-bomb site. As PiTER actually are going to be regrouping to go all together up CT ramp. And, well, it's going to result in a quick entry frag onto GruBy. But there are players in position here with the scouts. Unfortunately for Vex, rallen can't hit the shot. Hyper, though, is doing some damage with this P250. Able to get just one kill. I thought he was going to pick up the second one there. Waterfall's very low. But it looks like PiTER will finally create a situation where they're going to force an eco out of Vexed. Meaning that they will cement themselves as the economic leaders. A battle that has raged on for 5 rounds. But it is PiTER that will be victorious in that sense.
You're a fan of cement, Dan?
I really, really like cement, James.
I respect your respect for cement.
I have a collection of cement mixers at home.
Nice. Vex finally going to be on the eco here on the CT side. It's a fast push towards A long, but I don't know how useful that's going to be for them, as most of the PiTER forces are indeed already towards B. See the flames coming in, doing minimal damage there. CT's able to retain their spots for the most part. Again, that flank's going to cause rotation from rallen, but anti-eco, you can't expect anything to be done regardless. We've got one player just on the site itself, soon to disappear, I'm sure. Indeed, that's the B-bomb site cleared up. Not much to talk about here, apart from the CT should be back on the buy in the next round, I believe. Yeah. Let's see.
I like the mighty crane. Look at this. Look at it, how mighty this crane is. Do you see? Do you see the crane, James?
Do you ever watch, I think it's Discovery Channel, they used to have programs about like really big
cranes,
big vehicles, probably big cranes as well, just
nice.
big man stuff. Stuff you consider man stuff.
I love a big crane, James.
Love a large crane? Well, there's a really large one, Dan. It's got crane for days. It's big and it's yellow, Dan, like a banana.
I like bananas as well. Have you ever had those banana, like, crisps?
Banana crisps.
What are they called? But like
you mean like dried banana?
Yeah, you actually fry it.
Banana chips.
Yeah, banana chips. You actually
plantain.
Fry them.
Oh, Dan, we should go to. We should take a trip to one of those fabled bagel shops. Ooh. Like you're talking about in South London, mate. Before North America later. Oh yes. fabled bagel shops. Anyway, back on the buy now. The CT side will be 2 rounds down. Not a good start on the CT side. Again, you can see how precarious their economy is, and it's going to cause them problems. They will want to get 5-6 rounds, maybe more, on the board here on the CT side. I'd say about 7. Aim for 7.
So many nades. All the nades.
So many nades for days.
Ooh. Oh no! Space. Space got hurt. He's injured.
Down to 11 HP, and he will be resigned to carrying the bomb for his teammates. Is there going to be a boost from the CTs? I think there might be, actually. Indeed. Up GruBy goes. Is he going to go all the way? Look at that. Space is like, I'm looking for information. Space has now received the information in the form of bullets to the chest.
He spotted the bomb, I think, as well. I think he saw the bomb. It did fly up in the air, so I think
he was carrying the bomb, so he must have seen it on the radar.
Yeah.
And now it's being picked up. PiTER are kind of sandwiched in this position where they have to push the site. Now they will realise from those bullets that GruBy is still up there.
The sandwich is about to get grilled, though. Got PiTER just exploding onto the bomb site. And so far it's going to be a bomb opportunity for PiTER to plant that. Peek is able to take down rallen pretty swiftly. That's a big deal. We have this flank coming in, but not for long. Ćwikliński takes down GruBy, so Pete is left with everything to do. And once again, I swear we've had this situation so many times where everybody's really low for PiTER, but they manage to just barely be able to win these rounds anyway. I mean, Pete, if he realizes that they're all so weak, he should go for this, to be honest, because he is such a favorite in a lot of the engagements.
They just won a lot of duels there, PiTER.
Yeah.
Just straight up duels, win the round. So Vex's going to take one weapon, if they're lucky, into the next round, as Ćwikliński might take it off him. He's got 2 kills already.
Ooh, he killed somebody, James. He's a murderer.
He killed Ćwikliński, yeah. He killed Ćwikliński. Ćwikliński is dead. He's dead, Dan. 3-round lead now. Vexed, got to be worried for them. This is a best of 3, of course. But in this first game, 5-2 is to the T's is not a good start on your CT half. They've got an AWP, however. Rallen going with no armor, playing close on the B bomb site. They will try to find favourable engagements. That Mag 7, of course, will need to be close to get those meat shots in. Hyper's got to be careful though, because the T's have Molotovs. They're attacking him through the smoke as well.
Got shrapnel stuck in his leg.
There come the Molotovs. Hyper might have to give his position away if he wants to hold it with that Mag 7. He'll go for the resmoke there. Down to 10 HP now. All the nades coming in, and he may not get to even fire a single mag from the Mag 7.
Well, they are backing away towards A now, so they will evade the Mag 7 for now. And let's see how much time. They got 50 seconds on the clock, so they do have time to play a little bit slowly. However, they haven't previously cleared much positioning towards the A site, so they have to take it easy whilst they do that. They might not end up leaving themselves much time to actually execute onto the A bomb site. They do have 3 smokes and a couple more, 3 Molotovs as well, so they can really get themselves a very nice executed lead as we get the play coming in towards B to slow down the rotation back to A. But it's not going to matter because Vexed are hitting every shot at the moment. Great round from Rallen specifically. 3 frags there on the defense, and he's able to shut down the execute before it gets going. So Vexed straight back in this one, as in a very timely fashion, but there's still money to be used for PiTER to get in some buys here, and it would be quite cool to see a very high paced round from them now after these slow ones.
King of the Internet is a cool name for the AWP. I like that. So Rallen upgrading to armor, always nice. PiTER looking for maybe a very fast play towards the bomb site, just breaking the setup of the CT there, moving to the platform already, but Piper's going to be the one to win the duel. The nades are coming in, so it seems PiTER are committed, although Hyper has the advantage through the smoke, not going to get flashed, or Molotov just spraying multiple players. He's done a lot of damage to the team, only a beak remains, and he's going to get naded into oblivion as well as his last teammate.
So they made the call that I wanted, then they all died, James.
Well, like, they didn't use the nades properly through the smoke, they just ran through the smoke, and they're almost always going to die in that situation.
I retire from in-game leading. So we're going to get the force up from PiTER, which makes a lot of sense. To be fair, they had a lot of success with their executes onto the B-bomb site with the Tech 9s. They even have an AK thrown in the mix as well with facecrack. Good to see that he's still in a relationship with Tatsu, James.
Who is Tatsu?
I don't know, but he's always had Heart Tatsu off. I imagine it's a goal. So we have all the frags coming in as they go for the play, and it's just all the open angels, and once again they're able to win those somewhat consistently, it appears.
Indeedy doody. So the T's don't have to cross the angle the Rallen's holding to plant the bomb. They can hold it where that smoke has basically landed. You can see that nade was an attempted counter for that common plant spot, but it didn't work out. Pete still has a nade. A few players, bit of a meat shield going on there, so that there was potential. But obviously, when you have a grenade out, there is a risk because you could get shot. Speaking of shots, waterfall firing off some shots though, but his teammate's going to go down to the hands of Pete. Finally traded. Where's the last CT? Rallen left with a pistol because he was running with the AWP, and that's going to be another round in favour of PiTER.
So I'm wondering why they can't hold against Tech 9s. There's no point for PiTER even buy rifles at this point. They've actually won more rounds with Tech, it feels like, against the buys of the CTs with Tech 9s than they have actual rifles. Because that's 3 times, that's actually 3 times that that's happened now. Unless I'm mistaken, I'm pretty sure that's correct though. And Vexed have not had many buys, so, well, they have one more here to throw against PiTER. And it will be a fast timing pick from Rallen down middle to open up the advantage for Vexed on the defense. But what will PiTER do? Looks like a pretty even spread. They have abandoned B completely though.
Indeed they have for now. A minute 20 on the clock. So, ooh, Rallen taking another one down. Now the forces of PiTER being heavily weakened. It's going to limit their capabilities in terms of approach. That is a great flashbang. Sailing through the air. Didn't even touch the floor, Dan. Bomb has been taken as well. The PiTER boat is capsizing.
They have entered frigid waters. And let's see, we've got this facecrack left alive. He's going to be able to take down Rallen. And also Pete. He can collect the bomb now, that is available to him, but there's still 3 players left alive to deal with, and he's got 40 seconds, and not much in the way of health, especially not after that grenade. And he's going to walk into the crosshair of GruBy, and that will be 5-6. Vexed will be bringing themselves back into this one. They'll reset the loss bonus for PiTER, creating a situation where they might be thinking about the force again. Yeah, we're going to get another force, and of course, James, they're likely going to win this round. They've got a pretty good record. And actually, this actually looks like quite a good buy if you consider that, you know, for purpose, for a really fast round to be, they've got good tools here.
Well, score's being closed down now. Vexed don't have that many nades. This force from PiTER, though, is somewhat delicious. Are they going to go for the pop flash and jump in with the swan off? No, just a raw jump there, mid-air headshot from a Tech 9. Doesn't get any worse than that. GruBy has left the building. Smoke's coming out. That's not going to deny Furlan the angle, really. You can see there the spray down onto facecrack. So far, so good for Vex. So he's going to lose the real estate behind him, get taken down. Still going the way of Vex at the moment, though. Man advantage for them. AWP coming through, take down spaze, leaving only waterfalls. Oh, Rallen missing the shot there. P90 getting in work, and now the CTs have to be a bit careful. Don't want to engage in a 1 versus 1. Still 49 seconds for waterfalls to play with.
It's fun at AK as well. Will help massively. He takes down the strong player. There's just a weak one left, and waterfalls is in a really good position to win this round after that frag. Hyper's in a really hard spot. He's going to have to try to force the plant, but there's not... I mean, he needs to kill a lot of time here. There's 30 seconds left in the round, and he's going to find the angle onto waterfalls, catching him off guard. That's very well done, but way too much damage on these rounds. PiTER, again, they almost won that round. Every time they just rush B with Tech 9s, they've had insanely strong results. That shows that there is a big problem here for Vexed, because it can't be that consistent.
Well, the force continues here for PiTER as we go into the dying rounds of the first half. Tech 9 party, Tech 9's galore. Will they go for the brazen drop zone play once again? Mid-air headshot last time. I mean, sometimes there's nothing you can do there.
They haven't ecoed once. There's always the force spice, and you're going to see why here. We've got Furlan who's up by the tree position. He's going to get some frags here. That's number 1 as he drops off 3 positions. Another kill coming in from Rallen as it's looking much better this time for Vex. Much better indeed. Just ubiquely left alive. He'll get eliminated by Vex's Pete, and Vex will go 7-6. And, well, I mean... Force play? Let's do it, guys. Why ruin it now by doing an eco?
Why give them the round for free?
Well, that said, it does make a lot of sense in this position, because then I'll have a buy where they can even have an AWP in the next round.
It's the last round though, the next round.
Yep.
Let's get the rounds in. Get all the rounds.
But yeah, this plays well for Vex, considering that they play worse against the force buys than the regular buys so far. So we have some challenges for map control. And, pretty well here for PiTER overall. They'll get a trade on drop zones, so a lot of pressure on Vex at this point.
So Vex sitting on a man advantage. Pete has only got 4 HP. rallen is almost in 1 league territory, to the chest at least. There we go, Pete's gone down. So things evened up now. PiTER unable to collect any weapons just yet. Are they going to peek through the door? Oh, Hyper getting shot straight in the face. But it's rallen holding that angle. They were aware of it, jumping past the angle, and now rallen has nothing to engage with.
Yeah, and facecrack has found himself an M4. He's lying on the ground, and now this is really dangerous right now. Vex need to hit some good shots to burst back out of these choke points. Furlan is not hitting the shots he needs to hit here. They need to get past his angles. Great kill though from rallen coming in with a facecrack, eliminating the only weapon, and they'll get the defuse. Another close call on these force buys. I'm kind of blown away at how much Vex is struggling with these force buys. Or not even that wasn't even a force buy. There was no Kevlar on these players. They just had pistols. Imagine if they'd had a Kevlar armor there. Kevlar armor can't kill the helmets.
Yeah, I think they should have bought. But there we go. Double AWPs coming out for the T side. Not often you see that on Cobble. Double AWP on the T side of Cobblers.
And CT.
And the CT side as well. 4 AWPs on 10 players. Interesting stuff. We'll see what approach they take. Got a wide approach outside the route to A from 2 Ts. You can see a beak there. While PiTER just waiting towards B as well. Looking for aggression from the CTs, excuse me. You can see Pete holding down the underpass. He's kind of the only person towards A at the moment. rallen is holding an angle from connector towards the underpass, but presumably moving towards long A now, as it was not being covered previously. Oh, jumping up and getting slam dunked is Hyper. The nades coming in as well to try and punish the boost player. He has made his escape already.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty tough now for Vex, considering that they need to cover so many angles. And in reality, you know, PiTER should have an overwhelming advantage in a spot like this, because Cobblestone feels like a map where you almost need 6 players to defend everything properly on the CT side, and they're down to 4. So the push comes into from PiTER towards the A side of the map, and they can pretty much go anywhere. They have the numbers advantage. Pete's in a very nice angle. If they pop flash for Pete in time, this could be really awesome here, but in fact they're not going to spot him, and he doesn't get a single kill. That is completely disastrous there for the CT side. Vex now trying to sprint onto a retake, but they are locked out of the choke points, rightly so, by these grenades.
Heavily tagged T players, but they've got a 3-man advantage. They've done a job here, 5 versus 1. There's surely no way Furlan can do this. That's 1 for him. He could pistol to the players, but he may not realize that. And again, it's going to be so hard not to get traded here unless they start pushing him. 2 players down now, looking for the 3rd, but waterfalLLZ will get there before he can pull the trigger. 8 to 7 will be the score.
Yeah, I got to say that I'm definitely a little bit disappointed with Vex and how they were handling the Tech 9 buys.
They got a lot of rounds though on the CT side.
Yeah, but at the same time, the amount of damage that was incurred consistently and the amount of rounds won against in spots where PiTER were just force buying against all the rifles, that should not have such a high success rate. I mean, it's very unusual to me.
Could have got more rounds.
Because they're always having to rely on being clutch as opposed to relying on just being solid. Yeah. There we go. So I mean, despite them getting a lot of rounds, I feel like they should be able to get a lot more there. Either way, it was a pretty chaotic first 6 rounds. So we're going to go into the second half now. The pistol. Now, who's going to...
Nice.
Yeah.
It could have been worse. Yeah. Down 78. I've seen a lot worse than that. Well, Furlan's going to get shot in the head from Jumka. So good start here from the CTs, but the bomb is actually in a really weird position where it's facing. And how's it going to get to the site now? If the bomb gets lost there, then all kinds of madness could happen. Indeed, the bomb has gone down now, and that will give the CTs time to close the distance. Running distraction, but the bomb's being picked up. There we go, Jimka's coming in from the back, while facecrack and ImbaTV tries to get work done as well.
Yeah, well, 2 versus 1 now. You beak against Hyper and GruBy. Hyper and GruBy, very good pistols actually, especially Hyper. Either way, Vex will win this pistol round, and that's going to give them a nice ability to pressure PiTER, but they just have to survive the force bite. And that said, 2 players, waterfalls and facecrack, opting not to actually purchase anything in this round, but 3 of the other players on their team have done so. There we go, 5-7 on waterfalls, and now a deagle. Okay, so they will go for the full force bite after all. And we've got 3 Mac 10s from Vex. I like that. Let's see how aggressive they get.
Love me some Mac 10s. Well, here comes the push here, straight to A-Long. Will they check the boost spot here? It's not often you see CTs there. They'll get the kill regardless. Spaze to take 1 down, but that might be all she wrote for this round. Got a rotation coming in, but it's going to be a very long one from the remaining players. They do have Kevlar, Helmet, Deagle versus 4 players. I think the option might be to save it, because that's a lot of money they're carrying, all things considered. Yeah,
definitely. I agree completely. The save makes a lot of sense. They can't really get good exit kill positions at this late stage, because they're kind of too far away, and there's so many players left. On top of the fact that the Eagle and the 5-7 armor could be really useful in the next round to keep that. Like, you get more opportunities to get kills in the next round, so they will hold on to those. And almost expecting there to be some pyrotechnics in the studio, James, when the bomb goes off.
Nice.
After.
Don't give Reese ideas, Dan. We're not insured for this.
After being in Romania, every time the bomb went off, there was a kind of explosion on top of the player booth.
Plumes of fire.
Yeah, from the player booths and everything.
Yeah.
It was in like a huge wave of heat passed through the entire.
It reminded me of when I was at a Metallica concert and I was in the front row at Reading a long time ago, Reading Festival, and in the front row the fire was so intense I just can't imagine what it was like on the stage itself. I wonder if it made the
booth hot?
The booth rumble.
Yeah.
But anyway, we have Vex moving quickly towards the B site on this occasion. Again, the eco continues here from the PiTER team. That is a very nicely positioned nade for any boost attempts coming in from the CTs. Well, waterfalls are taking 1 down with a USPS, no less. But other than that, facecrack was the main man for damage there with the equal and the full armor. He's gone down, so cannot expect much else to be done here. 3 versus 1. Got the nades coming out, and that's going to be that. Cleanup is complete.
So now it's probably going to be cool for Vex to just test the B defense. Part of the reason is because I think the Mac 10s are going to do quite well pushing through drop zone, so they can really try to. Oh, actually, they're going to discard the Mac 10s. Actually, I'm not sure if, considering that we can see the CTs sacrifice a lot of their helmets, and that's not too unusual in this kind of a round to get the extra nades out. It's kind of sad to see that there's no Mac 10s, but looks like they will indeed go for the B test, but there's nobody going to drop zone, so this could be problematic. Ooh. Look at those nades, and that's part of the reason, putting all your eggs in one basket and then throwing in a grenade. Egg everywhere, James.
That's horrible.
Egg in your face.
Well, who's going to get the frags though? Finally, we've got people starting to go down. It's going to begin with a team kill there. GruBy getting taken down by Hyper. 3 plays left here for the T's, and rallen and Vexed, Piet, very heavily tagged indeed. This could go either way now. The CT's bunching up. Are they going to boost behind tree? Indeed they are. So that might take Furlan by surprise here. It's going to get taken down by facecrack in trade for space. 2 versus 1 now. rallen missing the shot, and that's going to be the round for PiTER. These are super violent rounds we're witnessing now.
Yeah, it's very, very rare that against a capable team that you'll see the 5-man plateau push work out really well when the CTs have a lot of grenades. Because as you can see there, it's very common for the timing. Because the CTs usually are going to throw pre-nades in because they need to buy themselves time to get the positions that they want to defend the site correctly. So we can see that that actually happened. They ran into a lot of damage from the HEs, and then not being able to split it all created a spot where PiTER only had to focus on one direction as a team. So they made the defense easier than it might have been otherwise.
The buy continues with Vex. You see the smoke coming down from Hyper to allow himself to get over to the platform area. Got to be wary though of the AWP as well as the counter nades. So he's just going to be taking it a little bit slowly, maybe a little bit too slowly. Waterfalls there will announce that the CTs indeed do have an AWP on this round.
So now what we need here is or what Vex needs is GruBy to do something. Indeed, he's going to pick up the kill onto facecrack. What this does now is it destabilizes the support for the AWPer who's on behind the statue. His support player has now to be distracted by the drop zone. And so this should allow them to have a better approach onto the bomb site if they're able to get some nice pop flash into waterfalls, or if he misses a shot like that, or a second shot. This is a big opportunity for Furlan to close the distance onto the AWPer, but still they have yet to actually get that kill as waterfalls misses more and more shots here. He should not be left alive at this point, and he will finally be dealt with, as we'll get just 2 players left from the A side of the map. So it looks pretty good here for Vexed, but there's still 2 from PiTER alive in this 2-on-3.
Well, retake attempt is coming in. They do have a kit on spaze. Can they avoid getting trade frag though? Trade frag won't even be required by the T's for the first frag. Furlan will finish off spaze after he takes down Pete for the second. And there we go, Vexed with a 4-round lead now. And they've broken the CT economy as well, so this is a pretty crucial time here for both teams.
Yeah, I really have to emphasize that I really liked GruBy's timing there to try to pressure and go for the kill, like commit to the kill on drop zone. We can see that actually made all the difference. There'd been an extra player helping out waterfalls. He was missing so many shots. Considering how long he stayed alive, round could have been completely different. But now it's just the case of cleaning up these equing players and not losing any money yourself. And we've got some good defensive positions overall, and the aggression coming in with the sawn off. Good damage, 1 frag. And almost everyone from PiTER is in a state of panic and fear at this point.
A beacon spaze. All that remain here. There is a 5-7 in play though, which is always potentially a game changer there. PiTER 50 though coming in for the first kill. A beacon now has the sawn off. Nice bit of damage though. Again, using the 5-7 now because of the superior range. Can switch to the sawn off though if he manages to get close. His reign of terror has come to a close for this round.
So this really sucks for PiTER because they're in a spot where, in reality, what they should do is eco again, but they feel like, okay, we don't want to give Vex 14. But the problem is, if they lose this round, they're in the same position. They'll never get a goodbye again. That's kind of the problem. That's the sacrifice that they make. But there is an argument either way, both for both things. I would say. I don't say it's incorrect. But here we go. We got the fast push from Vexed onto plateau once again. Not a committed push though. One thing to note. Yeah. They are just getting the pressure in.
Who's going to get the first engagement? We've got the PiTER players quietly lurking around. GruBy's taking control of the drop zone area, but he's going to get taken down now by spaze. So that's some map control back in the way of PiTER. The auto sniper coming in. How many frags did he get? Almost takes on Hyper as well. Left him with 10 HP. Man advantage for the CT, so they are not out of this quite yet. Meanwhile, the bomb is heading over towards the A site, while Hyper continues to run distraction towards B.
Yeah, we got a pretty good situation here for PiTER, to be honest. Looks like this buy is actually going to pay off massively. The auto shotgun was quite nice on the plateau defense.
Nice.
Now it's just Ćwikliński who's discovered the bomb, and Hyper who's just going to try to stay alive with the AWP. Now, having an AWP alive, it's going to be really important, because I don't know that they've challenged really into A all that much, but I think that it could be quite cool to see Hyper trying to pressure into A with the AWP and some support. Just like take some map control there and see what they can get done, and just test the PiTER players' setups towards the A bomb site, because they've kind of tested B quite often. Now it's time to do the same thing with the CT setup on A, because that sometimes, that can be a really big weak point, because it's really hard to do that, like team playing with the other guy, picking the right spots to go to, flashing correctly for each other. It's a pretty complicated thing, I would say. I would say it's the hardest roles on the map for the CTs. How do you feel about that? Like being the two guys doing the A setup with each other?
Yeah, the A site's pretty tricky. It's hard to defend, and it has a high. It's difficult to be consistent, is what I'm trying to say there. There we go. So 4-round lead now for Vexed. Again, they're close to the end, but not at the end. Not yet. They have another buy, however. You see, the money's a little bit limited, but they all have Kevlar. AWP is coming out as well. Rallen, though, with the AWP, has no helmet. And there's only one AK on the CT side, so this could make a difference. Could be the difference between getting the frag or being fragged. We shall have to see. We've got the re-smokes coming in. Still a minute on the clock, though, for PiTER to play with. Rallen going for the first shot, unable to connect. And there we go, getting taken down on their second attempt.
Yeah, there should really be some connections there from Rallen, but he's got his teammates cleaning up for him. And it looks like this is a strong take into the bomb site now. Vexed have a very nice position. They'll get the bomb planted, and they've got Orb covering them, as covering fire from the AWP of Furlan as well, so that's fantastic. However, PiTER able to take some control now with the quick kill from Junker onto Hyper, and with Pete on 1 HP. This has suddenly become quite doable now for PiTER. They don't have much in the way of health themselves though, but here they go. Furlan going for the flank. Very brave stuff, leaving Pete alone there with 1 HP. And this is so strong. He's going to swap out for the auto shotgun. The hold is coming in though. And, oh, he's not going to get it done in time. So there you go. Vex will lose that round. PiTER stealing it away from them, but they lost almost everybody.
They did hear Furlan flanking actually. When he was running in T-main, you saw one of the CTs facing his position to try and figure out where the noise was coming from, which may have made them speed up, knowing that there was only one player on the site in isolation. So the flank didn't work out for him, unfortunately. Interesting flank as well, considering that he didn't have an angle on the bomb. I presumed he would have, but there we go.
Double up in play for PiTER. Now let's see if they can get this this defense going in for themselves and working out. waterfaLLZ will hit the first shot onto Hyper. So flashes in as well to slowly approach the Vex. And so far so good from PiTER, to be honest. They're looking like they're going to take this round if things continue in this way. But we have a new movement, new maneuver from Vex. They're going to fall all the way back and then go from plateau to drop zone, sending one player towards CT middle, on the middle of the map. And will this work out for them?
Well, they've got a minute to play with, so if the intention is to rotate the bomb, but first clearing the area, then they don't have all the time in the world to do it. So they have somebody lurking now, and it seems they're still undecided as to where they want to go. GruBy taking down a dig, as you can see there. They have facecrack just underneath the entrance to the drop zone. He's going to get another frag from that position. This time, though, he's going to get traded by Pete. Now the bomb is headed for a A-split, sorry.
Yeah, Pete on 1 HP again though, and he's going to get shot in the face by Jumka's AWP as his teammates trying to make their way back onto the bomb site. rallen going in, he's going to find the engagement onto waterfaLLZ now. 1 versus 2, rallen on half health with no time to really play with. He is going to run towards Pete. I think he's actually might just barely have enough time to plant. 3.5 seconds for the plant, and oh no, he's not got it. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate. It's close, but not good enough. I think he could have got it there. I think he was a little bit. He messed his movement up.
Yeah, I guess people don't know where the boundary ends or begins for the bomb site from that approach, basically. And he wanted to be safe as well, so he didn't gamble at going straight to the fountain. Took a left. Who knows? And also, it's a bit weird if the message comes up. I forget what a message says, a bomb message. It delays the plant as well by like a second or a half a second, which can be the difference between success and failure. Oh, this P90 will be the difference between success and failure for the T's pushing the B bomb site on this occasion. 4 versus 2. Now the bomb's still in control as the Vex plays dance around the smoke, but not for long. Facecrack and waterfaLLZ finishing off there in quick succession.
So this is kind of an issue now for Vex because they are in a situation where PiTER could retake economic control right at the end here, because if we just check the money really quick, you can see that this round is very crucial here for Vex, because they're on eco if they lose it, which actually gives PiTER more rounds and better economy, and but if they win it, likewise, they can cripple PiTER's economy. So this basically has huge repercussions this round on who's actually going to win this match, based on just how the buys are going to look.
So, an aggressive hold by PiTER towards A long now, going to use the Molotov to retreat versus Pro Style. AWP onto both teams. 2 on the CT side though, and it's almost a full commitment here from Vexed. They've got Hyper running distraction towards B, where there will be 3 CTs still for the time being. From the balcony position, you can get a nice AWP angle onto A long, but it won't be needed just yet. As you can see, Vex still continuing to take control of the full A long area.
So here we go, Pete going for the peek onto the A bomb sites. There's 2 players who are there already for the CT side. Very defensive opening from PiTER. Now, the bomb is making its way through the fence area straight onto the side at this point. But again, there are still 2 players there, so this could be a problem. And we have waterfaLLZ able to get the frag in on Hyper in drop zone. However, Vex looking quite strong here. And they will get the trade onto waterfalls. So looks like Vex are going to win this very key round.
waterfalls jump to peak of the AWP. Still managed to land and get the frag regardless. Very lucky for him. What's the C2 combi looking like now? It's... they've going to have minimal loss bonus, so... it's going to be 12 to 14 as well, so we'll see if they choose to force around the 1 AK that they're looking to save here.
I just had a thought, actually. I've never seen anyone do this, but yeah, I'm surprised we haven't seen more in the way of like a run boosts to challenge angles, or to like jump over the top of angles that are being held. Because the run boost gives you a lot of speed.
Yeah.
And it's very lateral speed. So, and because it's lateral instead of having more of an arc trajectory, you're moving fast. So it's actually going to be hard to hit you. And I've
thought about doing that like down the middle of Inferno, for example, and then doing like a triple peak along with it, or something completely stupid like that.
I actually think that Dara is quite viable, just like from thinking about it. I don't think it's that ridiculous.
With a negative,
especially if you're jumping into a spot where you're behind cover, for example. We can maybe talk about this a little bit later, but we do have a potentially fast round coming in from Vexed. Will be.
Yep, they are looking to break whatever PiTER have ready for them, and it's 2 AWPs along with the rifles here. Got smoke going down to see if the well, cut off the CTs. Basically, 2 CTs on the site as well, just waiting for the plant, waiting to spray through the smoke. And there we go. There's an attempt to face crack. Thought it was the standard plant, but no, it was on the statue itself. The chicken coop. Spray down will be finished off by a beak there, so 3 versus 3 and AWP on both sides as the CTs look to retake this. Yeah,
this is going to be awkward. There could be maybe a flank as well from Hyper, who's moving into drop zone. So if they are too slow here, he's going to just wreck them on this movement. However, the CTs are falling at this point in time. They're about to be sandwiched by Hyper. Indeed, he gets one of the frags, and Ćwikliński is going to try to save the AWP. Looking pretty strong indeed for Vex, that push. But for example, with the run boost peak idea, imagine the position of, let's say you're on B plateau, and you do it so that you jump past the first angles, right to the crate basically. So if there's an AWPer there, you can get straight to the crate, and even maybe maybe he'll even take a shot as you go past, and you're traveling really fast. So it's unlikely he's going to hit you because you won't expect that. Or maybe you'll jump over the scope as well.
I think smoke down mid on the Inferno, then run boost somebody to the bench to look second mid. Anyway, so PiTER could be the last chance saloon for them. AWP not going to get anything done there. Ćwikliński going down. Connector being smoked off. Face crack trying to force the issue there, but it's space to get a first frag of a 5-7 for the PiTER side.
Yeah, PiTER need a hero, but who's going to be that hero right now? Because they got to run through these smokes, run through the flames, run into all the crosshairs, and sacrifice themselves for the greater good. Well, also make the frags and defuse to win the round. That's also part of the plan. Let's see though if they can make something like that happen. We'll have EnVy able to pick up an AK, but he'll be sent flying, as the first map will be won by Vexed, and the next map is going to be Dust 2, if I recall correctly. So, so yeah, I actually feel like that should be a better map for the Polish side for Vexed. I think that they're going to have an easier time.
Well, it was a pretty close scoreline in the end. We saw loads of AWPs. It's not the easiest map for AWPs, and we saw a lot of more failure than success, I would say, with the AWPs on both sides. So we'll see if Dust 2 is a more amenable map, a more forgiving map. That's what I was looking for. So we'll give it a few minutes for these players to connect to the server and continue with the second map. We will be back here very shortly.